20 years old, and just 2 years ago, I was not making any money. If I was starting from $0 again, this is exactly what I would do. First of all, you need to realize that, look, this right here is only $1,000. $1,000 can't even cover your monthly expenses. $1,000 might be your rent for the month. So you thinking that you're okay and you being up, you having money because you have $1,000, even $2,000 in your bank account, you're already on the wrong path, man. So first, understand the value of money. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Understand the value of money. If I'm living at my mom's house, I need to realize how much rent is getting paid, what the mortgage is, what's actually going out. What would life be like if I was independent? How much money do I need to be making? First, that's what I would do. Understand the value of money, where it's coming from and where it's going, and what I need to keep me sustained. And then second, this is what I would do. I'll get my credit right, because what's something that can be leveraged to start any fucking business is credit. If your credit is good, you can borrow money from any bank. So this is free game right here. If I was starting from zero, I would understand the value of money. Second thing I would do, leverage my credit. You might be like, how do you leverage your credit? Well, I'm 20 years old. I learned how to leverage my credit about 2 years ago at 18. First thing I would do if I was you, starting from zero, I'd open a Net 30 account. A Net 30 account is basically an account where there's a website where you can go on and finance something. It could be a blender, it could be a random object, whatever it is. Let's say, for example, it's this water bottle right here. And let's say this water bottle worth $100. Go on a Net 30 account, you buy the water bottle, you finance it. Even if you do have the money for the water, what this does, you finance it and then you pay it off every single month. And let's say it's a 12-month term. So at the end of the 12 months, it's paid off. What that does is it helps your credit history. Your credit history is very important because let's say you want to borrow money from the bank. Let's say you want to pull out a $10,000 credit card. This is what the bank's going to look at. They're going to look at your credit score. It has to be decent, right? Probably 600 and up. Second thing they're going to look at is your credit line. Right? Your credit line, how old your credit line is. Have you had credit for a year, 2 years, 6 months, 1 month? What is it? And the third thing they're gonna look at is the consistency. How consistent are you with paying off your loans? How consistent are you with paying off money to the bank itself? And these three factors are what credit bureaus and companies and banks look at before they want to let you borrow money. So you might be wondering, like, why would I borrow money? Why would I want to get my credit right so I can borrow money from the bank? Because you can start multiple businesses if you have a line of credit. For example, the business I'm in is Airbnb. I'm gonna elaborate on it in a second. That can be started with leveraging your credit. No money. My first unit, I put on the 12-month 0 APR credit card. That means the bank gave me a $10,000 limit, 12 months to pay it off with 0% interest. That means I can use the entire $10,000. Let's say the term started on January 1st, 2024. And I have until January 1st, 2025 to pay off the $10,000 without any interest. If you don't pay it before the term, then it starts incurring interest. Why is this a good credit card to use? Because look, if you put this $10,000 in the right place. For example, I have an Airbnb business. My $10,000 credit line, I put it towards an Airbnb. With this Airbnb, it cost me $8,000 to set up. But within the first 6 months, I believe it was 6 to 8 months, you can check on my previous video, I showed every single receipt. I think I made $16,000 in profit within the first 6 to 8 months. So what does this mean? If I got a credit card for $8,000, if I use $8,000 of the credit card, that means I would have paid it off or paid off 2 of them within 8 months. And that basically gives me now, after I pay off the credit card, I have a cash flowing Airbnb, something that's making me money every single month, something that's making me $20,000 in profit every single year because I leveraged my credit and I got a $10,000 limit and I got an Airbnb with. That's one business model. That's just what I specifically do. You can leverage your credit to start a Turo business. Turo business is where you buy a car and you rent it out. It's just like Airbnb but for cars. You can get a business line of credit and start any type of business you want. My personal business is called Airbnb arbitrage. You might be confused. What is Airbnb arbitrage? This is where I find a house for rent. Let's say the rent's $2,000. So then I'll go to the owner. I'll say, can I rent this house from you? And then put it on Airbnb. Obviously, it's not that straightforward. I mean, I find an owner. I say, can I rent the house from you? And then can I sublease it onto Airbnb? Let's say we all come to agreement. He says yes. My next step is going to be furnishing the property. So I furnish it, right? Where does the credit come into line? Is when I furnish the property. All this furniture is very expensive, so I have to spend money on it. If I get a $10,000 limit from the bank, boom, I can furnish the entire property, have 12, 16 months to pay off that limit. So then let's say my property is ready. I have photographs. I already have the listing on Airbnb and I'm renting it for $2,000 a month from the owner. The same property can make me $5,000 a month on Airbnb. Let's say total expenses monthly from the Airbnb, rent, utilities, cleaning are at $3,000 a month. So if I'm making $5,000 a month with Airbnb and then I have to pay $3,000 a month in expenses, 5 minus 3 equals 2. So then I'm profiting $2,000 $2,000 a month in profit. So that's kind of how my first Airbnb went. I was averaging profiting $2,000 a month in profit. So then after the first 4 months, I can officially pay off my credit card. Everything after that is profit. So let's say it takes me 4 months to pay it off, which it did for my first Airbnb. It was a very good Airbnb. That means you have 8 months left to the year. You have 8 months left to the year, $2,000 a month in profit. That's $16,000 that year in profit after paying off your credit card. And then after I would do this with this Airbnb, the profits that I get with this Airbnb, I'd reinvest it. And then now, after you pay off that credit card, the bank's like, wow, you borrowed $10,000 and you paid it off. We want to give you more money. So that's what I mean by having good credit, having a good business line of credit, having a good credit history. Because they look at the history, they look at your payments, they say, hey, you borrowed $10,000, you borrowed $1,000 and you paid it off without incurring any interest on time every single month. You are a trustworthy person and we want to give you more money. You can leverage that to your advantage. So then instead of getting one Airbnb, now you have two. Now you reinvest the profits. Now you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you get to 10 Airbnbs. Imagine each one just profits $1,000 a month, which is half of what my first one profited. You'd be making $10,000 a month. $1,000 times 10 is $10,000. Let's say every single one made $2,000 on a good month. Now you're making $20,000 a month from leveraging your credit and buying a fucking $100 water bottle on net 30 and making your credit score good and pulling out a credit card with the bank. And now shit's just flowing because you decided to take that leap of faith. You decided to better your financial abilities. You decided to better your financial life, your credit, your knowledge, because you decided you want better for yourself. Imagine waking up in the morning, you got 10 cash flowing Airbnbs. Automated business, by the way. My shit is automated. It's not extremely fully 99% automated, but it's 90% automated to this point. You wake up, you get a booking. For example, I'll just show you a booking that I got today. So I'm going to show you the last 30 days on this Airbnb account right here. This is one of my Airbnb accounts. This is what I did in the last 30 days. Let me refresh it for you. What does that say? That's $38,000 in the last 30 days. That's more than $1,000 a day that I make from my Airbnbs. On this account, last 365 days, $393,000. I'm 20 years old. 2 years ago, I had fucking nothing. 2 years ago, I had no money coming in. The only money I had coming in was from my valet job. What was it, maybe $2,000 a month? Now I got $38,000 a month coming on this account. Life can change very fast. Life can change extremely fast. So this is kind of why I say, if I started from nothing, this will be my path. Because this is what I know now. You are not going to learn anything if you don't try anything. Do you think I would get to this point if I didn't try something? I didn't know shit. When I first started out 2 years ago, I didn't know fucking anything. I didn't know anything. But this just shows you, all it takes is 2 years, right? It doesn't have to be 2 years. That's how long it took me to get to this point. That's how long it took me to get 40, 50K a month in revenue. But for you, it might be different. For you, it might be faster because you might work harder than me. I never said that I spent every single day grinding, because there were days where I was being fucking lazy, but I used more than 50% of my days to grind. It's all it takes. You don't have to be the fastest man. You just have to be faster than the slowest. How do you become part of that 1%, above that 99%? How do you be part of that 1% is you have to be faster than the slowest. Then you have to be faster than the second slowest, and then third slowest, fourth slowest, fifth slowest, until you get to the front of the fucking line. But I'm not saying climb a corporate ladder. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying go get a 9 to 5 and climb your way up the ladder, whether it takes you 10, 20, 15 years. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is take your own path. Why not take your own path? What's stopping you right now? Is there anything stopping you? And if there is, what solution is there to that problem? Because entrepreneurship, you want to be an entrepreneur, all it is finding a solution to someone's problem, or finding a solution to a problem that's currently happening. That's what entrepreneurship is. You make money solving someone's problem, right? With Airbnbs, what problem am I solving? I'm solving the problem of someone wanting a place to stay, which is very common if people are traveling, especially if there's sporting events, there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's work, there's all this shit going on, right? People always need a place to stay. What do grocery stores, what problem do they solve? People need food. They solve that problem. Why did I buy this water bottle right here? What problem did this company solve? Is I needed a water bottle, so I bought it. This phone, my Apple iPhone. Why do you think Apple is one of the biggest fucking companies in the world? They solved one of the biggest problems in the world, communication. Now, you can get on your fucking phone, go on messages, send someone a fucking message across the fucking world and it gets to them in a second. Back in the day, but you can type a fucking note to a pigeon and maybe the fucking pigeon's gonna get to where you want to be. But that's not how it works. Nowadays, we have unlimited fucking resources. What I'm trying to tell you is you can really get something out of nothing, especially nowadays. Like, you have have no fucking excuses. You can go on this fucking supercomputer. You're fucking watching me on this supercomputer right now. And I'm teaching you this shit. I'm putting you on to free game, but you're not listening. That's the difference between the 99% and the 1%. The 1% fucking listen. If you're part of this 1%, then you're listening right now and you're gonna do what I say. Maybe do what I say in your own way, but you're gonna take some of my advice and apply it to some of your own advice, some of the advice you got from another person's video, and then combine it, and then you're gonna be your own version. You trying to replicate somebody is never gonna work, because you can never be somebody. You can never do exactly what they do. You can't exactly look how they look. You can't exactly move how they move. But you can take a characteristic from that person, add it to yourself. Take a characteristic from a different person, add it to yourself, and another person. But make sure the people that you're taking characteristics and skills from are qualified, that they've done the thing that you're trying to learn from them. Because there's a lot of fucking scammers online, right? And I just showed you some receipts. $37,000 in the past 30 days on this account. That's why I'm giving you advice on this shit, because I've been through it. I know what needs to get done. I know the skill set that I need to get to that point. But now I understand it because I've been through it. When I first started, I didn't. That's why I'm making this video for you. If I had to start at zero, what exactly would I do? And that's exactly what I would do. And something I forgot to mention, something I would also do, if you're living at home, keep living at home, stack that money up. But absolutely do not fucking rely on that shit. You need to be ready, as if anything can happen any day, that you gotta move out. You gotta have some money in your pocket. Get rid of those bad habits. That's something I'd also do if I started from $0. You smoking, you drinking, you going out, you buying food, you doing all this shit, going out to restaurants. When you don't really have an income coming in, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dead ass, what are you doing? There's no reason you should be spending this money. Your bitch ass should be at home, especially if you don't have anything going for you. Let's say you're not in school right now. You don't work full time right now. You live at home right now. What the fuck are you doing? Choose one or the other. Either go to school or work full fucking time. What are you doing living at home for free and you're not doing shit? If you're a man, you're 18 plus and you're living at home and you're not doing anything and you don't have an income stream coming in, then you really need to rethink shit. You really need to get your shit together right fucking now. The world's not gonna wait on you. The world's gonna keep going. Newsflash, everything keeps fucking going. Money's gonna keep flowing. People are gonna start a business tomorrow, next week, a year from now. Shit's always gonna keep going. The best time to start was fucking yesterday, and the second best time to start was right now. Lock the fuck in. All it takes is a year, all it takes 6 months, depend on the person that you are. But if you lock in and you truly get rid of those bad, terrible habits that keep you back and hold you back, and those people that hold you back, and you get rid of them and you work past that, then you're already setting yourself up for your success, putting yourself on that right path. Lock the fuck in. I don't know why I get into these tangents whenever I record the videos. Like, it seems like, oh, I'm like recording a motivational video and some tangent shit, but I don't even try to do that. Like, you guys see in the beginning of the video, like, I was calm, and now I get in the zone. I just get in the zone, like something switches off in my mind, and I say, hey, time to yell at this motherfucker across the screen. Because me talking to you right now is like me talking to myself 2 years ago, or me talking to my past self. That's why I'm yelling. I'm fucking yelling at myself. John, what the fuck were you doing, bro? You were wasting your fucking time. You had all these resources. You had a phone, you had an iPad, you had fucking credit, and you didn't leverage that shit. You gotta thank God for the position that you're in. Because if you're watching this video right now, you either have a phone, you have a tablet, you have a computer, you probably have Wi-Fi, so your bills are getting paid. You likely are watching this from your bed or a home or something. You have a roof over your head. Don't look at other people's stuff and feel envious and feel like you're behind. If you're watching this video, you are so blessed right now. You are extremely blessed. Doesn't matter what country you're from. If you have access to the Wi-Fi, you have a roof over your head, you have loving people around you, you are so blessed. God can take everything away from you, and He chooses to give you everything you need. Guys, stay blessed. Thank God every day. Pray to God, the one that created you, the one that gave you everything. Even though you might feel like you don't have anything. But if you're watching this video right now, you have something. Someone wishes they could be in your fucking position, and you're fucking crying, being an ungrateful shit. Someone wishes they can be in your fucking position. Wishes. Holy shit. You need to understand that. Especially if you're living in the fucking US, bro, someone across the world wishes they can be in your fucking position. And the people that are watching this video and are not in the US, you can back me up. You know someone, and you know a lot of people that wish they could be in the fucking US right now. That wish they could be in that person's position. That wish they can be in your fucking position. You know that. Even if you're poor, even if you're living off food stamps, someone wishes they could fucking have food stamps. Someone wishes they weren't sleeping on the street every night. So are you gonna take advantage of this life, or are you gonna let it go to fucking waste? Alright, with that being said, I'm sorry, I got into a tangent again. But if you like the video, leave a like, please. I appreciate you guys. We're at 400 subscribers now that I'm recording this video. That's 50 more than yesterday. Yesterday was at 350. Now we're at 400. So this channel is growing pretty nicely. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting my fucking videos. You keep me going even though there's 5, 4, 10 viewers on here. I don't give a fuck. I love you all. If you need any advice, hit me up on Instagram. Follow my fucking Instagram. I answer all DMs, whether it will be a voice memo or whether I snap back with a text. I'm always gonna answer my DMs on Instagram. I'm not fucking famous. I don't give a fuck. I want to help you. So like, comment, leave a fucking comment. Tell me one thing you're grateful for in the comments right fucking now. Also, share this fucking video with someone that needs to hear it. If someone needs to hear this video, share it to them and tell them you're a fucking bum. Other than that, I love you. Thank you for staying up with me. Subscribe. If you have any questions, like I said, reach me in the DM. If you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate it.